on CTV News at 5.
I'm guilty of like 2 or 3 times a week, like quite frequently.
Food app for thought. More Canadians than ever are ditching the kitchen for doorstep delivery.
Kiss of the Spider-Woman. Start the great La Luna.
Lights, camera, Katie. We're live from opening night of Atlantic International Film Festival.
Having an actual physical space, I think that's going to help people know that we're here, that we can support people.
Breaking down barriers, Eating Disorders Nova Scotia marks a milestone.
A close call for rain in the region, but it looks like most of it will fall just offshore over the Atlantic.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Penopalis. Thanks for joining us. First at 5 tonight, growing appetite. Many Canadians are cooking less and clicking more now that apps like Skip the Dishes, DoorDash, and Uber Eats are literally at our fingertips. From fast food to fine dining, as CTV's Stephanie Seco ever to scroll for supper.
Maria, it seems many people are choosing convenience over the kitchen. Interestingly, though, Maritimers are far less likely to turn to delivery apps compared with the rest of the country. More people than ever are choosing delivery over cooking dinner for a variety of reasons.
Just like lack of time to actually like go out and buy food and like cook food, especially if you're working long shifts.
Sometimes it's just quick and convenient, especially with construction going around by my house.
In fact, a new survey finds 1 in 4 Canadians now regularly order through food delivery apps like Uber Eats, DoorDash, or Skip the Dishes.
We've seen more people using these apps compared to, say, 5 years ago. So the level of usage is actually intensifying. It's not slowing down at all.
However, it's a bit of a different story in the Maritimes. While 27.4% of Canadians regularly order through apps, in New Brunswick, it's about half as much, with 14.5%. In Nova Scotia, that number is even lower at 12.6%. Prince Edward Island is last on the list at 9.6%. As for why fewer Maritimers may opt for delivery,
I'm not sure these services are as developed as, say, in Quebec or Ontario or even in Alberta or BC. I think it's demographics and the fact that food prices are actually higher in the Atlantic, so people are a little bit more careful with their food budget.
The survey also found more than half of Canadians have either stopped using the apps or never used them to begin with.
I find it's more convenient to order through the app, but I find it's better if I go get it myself.
I don't use food delivery apps. I prefer to pick out stuff myself, and I budget according to what's on sale.
Sylvain Charlebois also notes the reliance on delivery highlights bigger issues.
Food literacy is a big issue in Canada, and so if you're basically seeing your phone as a replacement to your kitchen, that's a challenge.
It likely won't come as a surprise. Millennials and Gen Z lead the way when it comes to usage, with about 38% regularly using food delivery apps. Meanwhile, about 1 in 4 Gen X and just over 1 in 10 baby boomers do. Maria.
Interesting. Thank you, Stephanie. CTV's Stephanie Seacos for us in Halifax. That actually brings us to tonight's web poll. It's pretty simple. We are asking, do you use food delivery apps? Your options are yes or no. Go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca to weigh in and to see the latest poll results. And now we've got Todd Battis standing by. Todd, do you use these apps?
No, I do not.
You do not. I do, but much less these days than during the pandemic. It was kind of our social life back then.
I have a hard enough time figuring out how to run most things on my phone as it is. I don't need more apps.
You do have more news for us,
I
though.
certainly do at that. More than 120,000 Halifax water customers in Dartmouth and surrounding communities are now dealing with mandatory water restrictions. The utility says ongoing dry conditions are to blame. Homeowners served by Lake Major and the water supply from it are being asked to stop watering their lawns, filling the pools, washing cars. We'll have the details at 6. Justin Burke has been found guilty of stabbing another inmate in prison. Burke, who murdered 3 RCMP officers and injured 2 others in Moncton in 2014, appeared in court in Miramichi today. Derek Haggett was there. He will bring us the details. Free RSV vaccines are coming to some Nova Scotians. Infants under 8 months old and adults 75 years and older will be able to get the vaccine at no cost starting next week. Of course, RSV is a respiratory virus that can lead to complications, including pneumonia. Often it leads to a hospital visit. We will get more in our story in your newscast. Right now, Kayla Mitchell has a look at what has been a rather pleasant day around the region. Kayla?
Yes, saw some increasing cloudiness from a low pressure system that's going to be moving past the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia tonight and into Thursday. Unfortunately, it's not one that we could count on to bring the region, or most of the region, some needed rain. It basically comes with a low chance of showers around the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia and the possibility of some rain and showers around eastern parts of the region overnight into Thursday. Be mostly for Guysborough County in the east of Nova Scotia and Atlantic coastal areas of Cape Breton. Now, temperatures right now across the Maritime region are mostly into the high teens and low 20s. As we check in on the dew point temperatures, a measure of moisture in the air, they're up a little bit compared to the last couple of days. So we did see a little bump up in relative humidity values. They're mostly in the range of 40 to 60%, though higher than that around parts of the coastline in the southwest of Nova Scotia. They're running between 70 and 80%. And that's happening as the winds are mostly out of an easterly direction for that part of the Maritimes, sustained 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. Other parts of the region seeing winds between 5 and 15 kilometers per hour. There's a cloud cover increasing from the south from that low pressure system that again is expected to hold mostly offshore, and the bulk of rain with it, the bulk of the rain with it. And I'll have updates on that when I'm back just a little bit later on. Maria.
Thank you so much, Kaylin. So it's the most wonderful time of the year for film lovers. The official kickoff of the Atlantic International Film Festival is tonight. CTV's Katie Kelly is live from the red carpet ahead of the opening night gala presentation. Hi there, Katie. I see it's filling up in there.
It certainly is, Maria. Listen, I have spent all summer at music festivals, and I am so very excited to spend the next week with film all around me, because there are so many incredible films going to be screening right here in Halifax over the next 8 days. I'm here at the Lord Nelson right now, downtown Halifax, where the opening night gala presentation is going to take place. It's very exciting because on this very red carpet, all of the stars are going to arrive a little bit later. This is going to be lined with media, and it's just a very cool feeling. So this is a special edition of the Atlantic International Film Festival. They are celebrating 45 years this year, and they are doing so in such a big way. There's some really cool merch, there's special events, and 108 films will screen over the next 8 days at Cineplex Park Lane. There's also lots available online. Coming up on CTV News at 6, I'm going to be speaking to tonight's featured filmmaker, Breton Hannum. I can't wait to tell you all about his film. And coming up after the break, Lisa Haller, who is the program director for the Atlantic International Film Festival, will join me, and we're going to give you an epic preview. We're going to let you know about all the highlights that you can expect this week. We're going to take a break here on CTV News at 5. I'll be right back on this red carpet in just a minute. See you soon.
Empower your menopause journey at the first ever Atlantic Menopause Show, October 17th in Halifax, with keynote speaker Dr. Adele Piper, plus the latest in research, treatments, and more. For tickets, visit atlmenopauseshow.ca.
Thank you for joining us. So we are heading back to the red carpet on opening night of the Atlantic International Film Festival, where CTV's Katie Kelly is standing by once again, this time with a preview of what movie lovers can look forward to over the next week. Hi again, Katie.
Hello again, Maria, and yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot that people can look forward to. I'm so excited to be joined by Lisa Haller, who is the program director for the Atlantic International Film Festival. Third year doing this. Great to see you, and you look fabulous.
Thank you so much for having me and for being here.
Of course, I wouldn't miss it. So you're the program director, but you're kind of doing double duty this year, right?
I am. I'm also the interim executive director at the festival this year.
So a little bit busy for you?
It's been a great summer, yeah.
But you're feeling good.
I'm feeling great. We have an excellent team, an amazing lineup, and so many fun events for people to enjoy. I'm excited to kick it off.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so tell me a little bit about this year. How many films? Where are they from? That type of thing.
Sure. So we have 108 films from all over the world. They are features, short films, Atlantic films, Canadian films, and films, like I said, from around the globe. Everything from documentary to romantic comedy to experimental genre, horror, you name it, we have it.
We love it because there truly is always something for absolutely everyone.
That's right. That's what we're hoping.
Yeah, for sure. One of the things I wanted to mention, we've talked about this before, local filmmaker Kevin Hartford. This is his 10th year having something in the festival. Speak to this opportunity for local filmmakers. It's really cool. It gives them, something to look forward to, but it gives them a place to showcase their art.
Absolutely. So the Atlantic International Film Festival is really a place for our Atlantic filmmakers to shine, and we bring them here, we put the spotlight on them, and we get to see and support them in the greatest way. Kevin Hartford is amazing. His short film is in our program 1, really launching the festival with the shorts program. We're really excited to welcome them back. I think it's been 10 years consecutively that they've been part of the festival, so we really are excited when we find emerging talent that we get to see and support with their short films, and then continue on to see their features following that. So a story like Kevin's is amazing.
Yeah, so cool. And then we have, of course, Bretton Hannum, who I'm going to be chatting with a little later, who, his film is the gala presentation tonight, which is just absolutely amazing. I know that Bretton was part of the festival a few years ago. Tell me a little bit about this film.
Okay, so our opening night gala, Skadek Amujawegatig at the Place of Ghosts, is Bretton Hannum's incredible genre-bending thriller about two brothers who reunite to avenge a spirit that's haunting them from their past traumas. And it's a really incredible piece. It just came off its world premiere at TIFF in Toronto, and we're coming home here to give it a big warm welcome, and the team here is incredible. It was filmed here in Nova Scotia, lots of cast and crew, local producers. It is a shining example of the talent that we have here on the East Coast.
Another shining example, Andy Hines, Little Lorraine. I feel like so many people have been talking about this film, asking about this film. You must be getting so much buzz.
We are. So Andy Hines, Little Lorraine is the talk of the town. We have added a second screening for this film. It's our Atlantic Gala happening on Saturday night. We are also sitting down with the team of this film for a free panel, so that will be a lot of fun. I do suggest coming early because there's a lot of excitement about that. But this film is a wonderful showcase, and it's got incredible talent. It's about a small town based on a true story of a small town mining fisherman who runs out of work and is forced into the drug trade. So I can't say enough about this film and this filmmaking team. It's going to be a wild evening and really celebratory. Can't wait to see it on the big screen with everyone.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't have time because there's so many films to talk about them all, but checking out the website is a great idea because you can find that film that is for you. What's the best way for people to take in this festival? Because it's not just films, it's so much more, like you said.
There's so much more. So yes, of course, we have films. We also have panels. We have 3 days of industry programming that's open to the public this year to celebrate our 45th anniversary. And so that's in Cinema 3 at Cineplex Park Lane. And like I said, it's open to everyone. It has everything from intimate artist conversations to producer's pitch competition to a wild 80s script read with actor Maritime. Again, if you want to learn about the industry, we have that here. You can meet, you can mingle, you can network, and then we have our events, from our events like this evening, or Atlantic Gala celebration, or our partner events. They're all happening all over the city, and so many of them are free and open.
Awesome, and the merch is epic this year, so you're gonna want to go check out the merch. Clappy is back, that's all I'll say. Lisa Haller, you do a fantastic job. Thank you for bringing this incredible festival to our region. It is just amazing, and we couldn't appreciate it more, so thank you.
Oh, thank you so
Have
much.
fun this week.
Thank you.
Don't work too hard, okay?
No, this is where the fun is, honestly. It's so fun to finally welcome people and open our doors.
For sure. Awesome. Well, thank you again, and we'll chat soon. I'm going to throw it back to Maria and Kaylin in the studio.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Looks like a lot of fun. 108 films. Oh, my. That is
need a
lot of
garbage bag
entertainment.
full of popcorn.
Yeah. All right, so Katie will be back at 6 o'clock with more from Atlantic Film Fest. Right now, we want to talk about the weather. Kaylin, how's it looking?
It was a fine late summer day today as we're looking out in St. John, New Brunswick. I'll have more in the forecast next.
Start your morning with us an hour early.
We have a fresh new look starting Monday, September 15th.
Filled with news, weather, and the same laughs you love.
Your Morning Atlantic from 6 to 9 on CTV2 and CTVAtlantic.ca.
CTV has teamed up with Scotiabank Centre for a big ticket giveaway. One lucky viewer will win a Scotiabank Centre prize package that features home game tickets to see the Halifax Mooseheads and the Halifax Thunderbirds, plus tickets to see Warren Zyder, Sarah McLachlan, and so much more. We are also throwing in 5 one-night stays at Moxie Halifax downtown. Just go to ctvatlantic.ca to enter, follow the contest prompts, or scan the QR code on your screen right now. You can enter once per day until Saturday at 5. The winner will be announced September 19. Kaylin Mitchell joins us once again. Kaylin, we're looking at a beautiful day today, but still hoping for a little bit of that rain to come our way.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to just miss out on some rain here in the Maritime region as the low moves up and past the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia. Speaking of the coastline, looking out here at Lawrencetown Beach as we take a look at our sunrise and sunset times. Now, barometric pressure around the Maritime region is still towards the higher side, but it is beginning to fall a little bit as that low approaches from the south. It's following up and along a weather front that is stalled just to the east of us, so that's where all the moisture is concentrated around. There is still a chance of some showers tonight, brushing in around parts of the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia, but the steadier rain does look like it is going to be falling offshore, including in around Sable Island. Taking a look at our timeline then for cloud cover and precipitation. The cloudiest conditions tonight will be for the province of Nova Scotia. There will be some broken high cloud cover around southern areas of New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island. The remainder of New Brunswick tonight looking at very clear conditions. Here we are at the start of the day for tomorrow. Along with the chance of showers around the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia tonight, there is a chance that a little bit of the rain could brush in right around coastal areas of Guysborough County, maybe beginning around Ecum-Secum and extending up towards the Canso area, and then Atlantic coastal areas of Cape Breton. That would be about the only part of the Maritimes that might have a shot at picking up, say, 10+ millimeters of rain from that system, because after that, it moves off towards the northeast and in behind it, kind of clearing to a mix of sun and cloud for Thursday afternoon. Winds picking up to become a little bit breezier for tomorrow. As that low pressure system moves past, the wind direction will become northerly. The winds will be sustained between 15 and 30 kilometers per hour. May get into some occasional gusts between 30 and 40 kilometers per hour. The northerly winds bringing in some cooler air that'll be in place for Friday, so temperatures in the Maritimes coming down a few degrees at the end of this week. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight for the province of New Brunswick, mostly falling into a range around 5 to 10 degrees, 11 for Moncton. Down to a range of 8 to 12 degrees for much of Prince Edward Island for tonight. Most of Nova Scotia looking at low temperatures around the low to mid-teens. High temperatures in the forecast for Thursday in New Brunswick. Aside from the northernmost areas of the province, will be mostly in the low 20s. Up in the north between 18 and 21 degrees, starting to feeling the cooling effect of that northerly wind. Low 20s for Prince Edward Island for tomorrow, and mostly low to mid-20s for areas of Nova Scotia. Warmest temperatures in the Maritimes tomorrow likely to be right around the south shore of Nova Scotia due to that north wind, so Shelburne up to 25. In the forecast for Friday, it's high pressure that is moving in from the west, and that means we can expect fairly clear conditions for most of the region. It's going to be sunny on Friday for New Brunswick, still a little bit breezy, highs between 19 and 21. Cools a little bit for Prince Edward Island, highs around the mid to high teens, low 20s for Nova Scotia with a mix of sun and cloud. All right, let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight, and tonight's weather watcher is coming in from 4-year-old Alexa Vigneault from Baker's Settlement, Nova Scotia. Alexa has sent us a painting of a tree. Thank you, Alexa. And with that, let's go over to Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin and Alexa. Time for a break here on CTV News at 5. Here's a preview of our next story.
Hi, McConvey here, just outside the doors of the new home for eating disorders in Nova Scotia. Coming up on CTV News at 5, I'll take you with me as they not only work to break down the barriers, but start to break down the walls for this new space.
Welcome back. Eating Disorders Nova Scotia is breaking down barriers and walls at their first ever physical space. CTV's Emma Convey has a sneak peek at the new facility.
Hammers, hard hats, and healing. A breakthrough moment for Eating Disorders Nova Scotia as community members gather at their brand new space to celebrate this milestone.
We're transforming into a kind of a multi-purpose space. So our staff will have offices upstairs, and then we'll have space for our peer supporters to meet with folks, and we'll be able to do food programming, cooking programs, really create a space where food is celebrated.
The organization currently operates virtually. This is the first physical space they've ever had. A critical next step to expand access for Maritimers seeking their help.
Virtual care is great for some people, but not for everyone, especially youth. So having a low barrier physical space in our biggest city in the province, I think, is a very positive thing to see.
The executive director of the organization says about 1 in 10 Nova Scotians live with an eating disorder, and many don't seek the care they need.
We know that recovery is possible, that people can and do heal from these illnesses, and that healing happens in community. So being able to offer a space where people can physically come and gather and connect with others, it's going to be, I think, really transformative.
This new space means so much to those like Estelle, who didn't have a place like this to turn to when she was at her lowest.
I didn't know how to navigate the healthcare system. I found it quite confusing. So just seeing like the name of the space and just having a sign at the door and then walking in to inquire about what do you offer, and then talking to people and asking them what they know, and then that would have helped.
Now a peer mentor, she's grateful to now provide the support she would have wanted.
When I asked myself what would make me feel fulfilled in my life, and this is what it is, like helping people.
Breaking down barriers and building relationships in the community. The plan is to open the doors to this new space by January. Emma Convey, CTV News, Halifax.
Oh, thank you, Emma, and congratulations to everybody who's had anything to do with that. What a wonderful facility. It's going to help a lot of people. All right, Kaylin, we're looking ahead to how things are shaping up outside. And again, we've all been hoping for more rain.
We're missing out in this latest round. It's just holding too far towards the east. So we'll update you on that, and then we'll go into the extended forecast, which as well features quite a bit in the way of dry weather. And I'll talk a little bit about why that's been the case here in the Maritimes coming up later on CTV News at 6.
We'll see you and Todd and Katie at 6 o'clock. I'll see you tomorrow. The national news is next.